Hello. Today we want to learn how to use the Casio FX991ES calculator to complete table of values for some relations. Okay, so let's start. Let's assume that we are having this particular question here. It says draw the graph of y is equal to 2x squared minus 3 in the interval -3 is less than or equal to x less than or equal to 4. Using a scale of 2 centimeters to 1 unit on the x-axis and 4 centimeters to 5 units on the y-axis. So what you are going to do is you have been given this table. You have to calculate the value for y. Is that okay? But we want to use the calculator because you're trying to show working for that. Yes, it's good to do that, but the calculator can do that for you within the shortest possible time, and that is what we want to do. Okay. So let's assume that we have our calculator here. All right. Okay. So we want to use the calculator. Therefore, what we are going to do is we are going to press on the mode. Okay. So you press the mode, you are going to get this screen. And then you move to option 7, that is table. So you are going to press on 7. You are going to have this function, that is f of x being equal to something. So what we are going to do is per this question, our relation is y is equal to 2x squared minus 3. This is our relation. And under relations and function, y is the same as the f of x. So this f of x that we are having is the same as y is equal to. Therefore, we are going to type this relation, that is the 2x squared minus 3. We are going to type it here. Okay, so we are going to press on 2. We press on 2. We need the x. So we press the alpha. We press the x. It is squared. So we press the 2. Okay, so we have our 2x squared there. We have the minus, so we press the minus and then left with the 3. Okay, so now this is the relation that we are having there. Okay, so after typing this, the next thing we're going to do is to press the equal to sign. You press the equal to, you have g of x. We don't have any other function there again, so we are going to ignore that. So we press equal to again. Okay, now it says start with a question mark. The calculator is asking you to input your value for the interval, your first value for the interval. You have been given some interval, and the interval is -3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 4. Okay, so in that case, it means that your first value, your starting value, is indeed -3. So you're going to type -3 and you press equal to, and it says end. What is the end value? Now the end value, that is the end point, so that is +4. So you're going to press on the +4, you press equal to. Okay, now you're going to have what they call the step. The step means the difference between the integers that you are having there. You realize that from the table that we are having here, from -3, we move to -2, move to -1. The difference is 1, 1, 1. So in that case, we are going to press 1 and we press equal to. Okay, as soon as you press the equal to, the calculator is going to generate the table of values for you. Now on the table, it means that when x is equal to -3, you have your f of x, which is the same as y, and that is equal to +15. So in that case, we have our y to be equal to 15. When x is -2, we have our y to be equal to +5. We're going to have our 5. When x is equal to -1, we are going to have our f of x to be equal to what? -1. So we are going to have our -1. Okay, you press the directional key down to get the other values. Okay, so when x is equal to 0, you have your f of x to be equal to -3. All right, so we are going to have our -3. When x is equal to 1, what is the value for y? When x is 1, our y is -1. So we are going to have our -1 here. When x is 2, we are going to have our f of x, which is same as the y, to be equal to +5. Okay, We press the directional key down, and when x is equal to 3, we have our f of x or our y to be equal to 15. And lastly, we press the directional key, and when x is equal to 4, we have our f of x, which is y, to be equal to 29. So we are going to have our 29. Now, within the shortest possible time, you are done filling the table, and you are going to use this set of values to graph or to do your graphing. But for now, we want to know how to use the calculator to just to generate the values. Okay, so you are going to use this point, you are going to use this point to do the plotting. All right, let's consider another example. So we have the table of values there, and we want to complete that. So all that you have to do is to use your calculator to generate your values, and you are done with the values that you'll be using to do the plotting. All right, so let's go to the mode. We are going to go to the mode. We go to option 7. That is the table. So the function will come, means that you have to type in this relation. All right, so we are going to type the 4 plus 3x minus x squared. So we have a 4 plus 3. So we type a 3x, we press the alpha, and then we press this. So we have our x minus x squared. So you press the alpha x, and then you press the squared button. Okay, so we have our function or the relation there. The next thing is to press the equal to. We're going to get g of x. That is another function, but we have only one function here. So we are going to move on. You press the equal to. Okay, and then it will come say start. So in this case, our starting value is what? -2. So we are going to type this -2. And it said end. The end value is what? +5. That is this 5. Okay, so we press a 5. We press equal to. Step. The step is the difference between the values. And once again, from what we are having here, the difference, they are all 1, 1, 1. At times, the difference will be 2. At times, it will be 0.5 based on the values that you'll be having. So in case, let's say you have -2, you have -1.5, you have -1, you have -0.5, in that order. It means that for this particular type, the step is going to be 0.5 because the difference is 0.5. Then you type in there. But this particular example, the difference, or yeah, the difference between the integers that we are having there is +1. So we are going to press on 1, and then we press equal to, and then boom, the calculator is going to generate the values for us. Okay, so in this case, you just look at the calculator, the display, and then you copy the values, and you are done. Okay, that is just using the calculator to generate the values. All right, so from what we are having here, when x is equal to -2, what is our corresponding y value? Our y value is -6, so we are going to have -6. When x is -1, we are going to have 0. When x is 0, you are going to have 4. So you press directional key again. When x is 1, you are going to get y to be 6. When x is 2, you are going to get y to be 6. When x is 3, you are going to get y to be 4. When x is 4, you are going to get y to be 0. And lastly, when x is 5, you are going to get y to be -6. Okay, so you will be done filling your table, and you can use these values to do your plotting. All right, our next video, we are going to show you how to use some of these values, or how to do the plotting on your x and y plane. All right, so thanks for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Bye bye.